Water holds memory. Your body is 70% water. So when you go down to the river to pray, and I'm not talking about any prayer, I'm talking about metaphysically, you are returning to the original storage unit of truth. You are speaking to your cellular memory, your ancestral river, your eternal code. And it's moments like this on earth. It is times like this on earth, with timelines crashing, systems crumbling, and clarity rising. The river is not just a location. The river is where we return, and we return to the river by offering our very sacred prayer. I release. I remember. I realign. I want to welcome you all in. Welcome everyone on in. We have a lot of things to talk about today. I want to say thank you to everyone who sent me emails very early this week about the vision that I had, the prediction that I had about things in the sky, dropping things out of the sky. And so now we know what that is, but this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning, but we're going to be talking about not just what is happening, but what can be done about it in a very, very powerful way. Happy Friday the 13th, everyone. Happy Friday the 13th, as well as happy Born Day to all the Geminis in the building. And we will be also honoring the masculine, the divine masculine energy as we are coming upon Father's Day. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and I want to welcome you on in. So let's get started.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, we shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine, the moment is. Run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee scream rest in peace, and think twice if you next to me, it's West. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough for the sleep in my life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific, that's deep if you get it. So therapeutic, I sleep on the critics, don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these crickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown, that's the bling with the blow. What the team is about, champions. You can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee scream rest in peace and think twice if you never see me, just no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talk to me nice,
Oh my goodness. Wow. Peace and greetings, Soul family. Oh my goodness. Welcome, 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 welcome everyone on in. My goodness. What a week. What a week. How are we feeling? How are we doing? Did shit just get real or did it get real? Wow. Wow. So it's a lot going on. We're not going to be here for a long time, but I definitely wanted to check in, as well as I definitely want to send so much love out to each and every single one of you, especially those of you who are listening from all over the world. Let's take a moment so we can send love and light to all of our family members that are in the midst of a fire. Midst of a fire that is happening right now. I've been on the phone with a lot of our international family members as well, and just sending them so much love. But we need to make sense about a lot of what's happening right now, what's going on, and also not just make sense about it, but what you can do about it. And to also know that you have been preparing yourself for these moments that have been coming up. This is a lot of what I have been sharing. And by the way, shouts out to everybody in the Futuristic Activation Collective. You guys have been texting me, you've been checking in as well, and you've been doing your work. As well as those of you who are in the All About Frequency 8-week class. Want to give a big ups to everyone in the class because we just kicked off the class. We had our first session, and boy, oh boy, we got some heavy hitters. Some heavy hitters in the class. And I am super excited to be working with everyone, whether you've been connected with me for a while or if you're really, really new. But right now, I told you guys this was coming and not predicting something negative because I do believe it would have been much worse had it not been for those of us on the planet that is doing our own collective work, that things would have been even more, dare I say, crazier than they are right now. Right now. So let's just take a moment, reground ourselves, recenter ourselves for a moment. I wanted to come on and share this message with you and to give you some clarity and to give you so much love and clarity. And also, shouts out to the Blue Room. Shouts out to the Blue Room and everybody in the Blue Room that's coming on in. Welcome on in. So glad to see you. If you are new here, please let us know. If you have been here for a while, also let us know. Shouts out to the moderators in the building, Lola Falana, Brother Lance as well, and also love to Brother Dante and all of the soul family that's in the building. Because right now, many are feeling like Earth is shaking. But not just shaking physically, Earth is shaking emotionally, Earth is shaking energetically, politically, and even physically. It is so much happening. And the veils are so thin that it's no longer about what is real. It's about what is true. It's what is true. And we're going to be diving into that. I'm going to share some insight that many of you have been feeling, you've been speaking about, you've been doing the work about as well. Yes. From the plane crash that happened, where it took off was on the 11th, which was one of the other predictions I told you all about that I seen for us this year. And so one person walked away from that crash on that plane. And we send our love and our light, and I have been to all of our family members and everyone at that time. When we have these transformative times on the planet, this is a portal that is coming. The mothership is coming in to take some souls home and also to drop some souls off. So we have two things that are happening at the same time, as well as this is why 2024 will forever go down in history as the kickoff to the Great Awakening, because it's a great awakening that's happening right now. There is fire and frequency. And we know that 2024 is a fire year energetically, according to Chinese astrology, or what we know as the feng shui, or what we understand that to be. But this fire is not any kind of fire. Yes, there are other kinds of fire that is happening, that is going on, and what is going on in the world, and what we're seeing right now with everybody sort of jumping into this fight that is going on. And now we have Iran and Syria and all these different countries that are getting involved. But this is a karmic fire. It's a karmic fire. This is a legacy clearing fire. I want you to understand. This is a burn the past so we can breathe again fire. That's what this is. So, here is a couple of things. You may feel the fuel of anger, or the ache of confusion, or even the desire to act fast or to lash out. I'm just going to encourage you. Don't do it. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. We are in the standstill before the shift. So don't shift too fast. And I'm not just talking about what's happening in the grand scheme of what's going on in the world, but I'm talking about even in your personal life. Don't shift too fast. I promise you, don't shift too fast. On this day, this powerful day, the 13th, Friday the 13th, this is a powerful energy, and there is no coincidence that all of these things are happening on Friday the 13th. I want you to understand that 13 is the number that is connected to retribution. I remember many years ago when me and Brother Bobby Hemmett did the show about this. Friday the 13th is also connected with the divine feminine energy. This is connected to the star Sirius. But 13th is that number of retribution. And so this is why I'm telling you, there's fire in frequency, but not any kind of fire. This is a karmic fire. This is a legacy clearing fire. This is burn this shit down kind of fire so that we can breathe again. And many of you might have felt this in your personal relationships, and somebody might have done something in the last 48 hours, 24 hours that you finally felt that, listen, we gonna end this. We gonna shut this down. We gonna end this situation. I'm gonna help you get clear on where I stand. I'm going to help you clearly understand what's really going on and how I really feel. How I really feel. And I get it because I've read your emails. I have worked with you this week for those who've had one-on-one sessions. And I know right now you have that fire. You have an ache of confusion that might be going on. And you want to just lash out. You want to set the record straight. You want to be clear about your intentions and what you're doing and what you're feeling. And you might be angry about some actions that were taken or not taken. And you might even on the other side see somebody's clear intention. You might even know that you were trying to be, someone was trying to set your ass up. But don't act. Not yet. Don't do it. Because this is still the standstill before the shift. This is the tightest moment. And where are my sisters at who can relate? Because this is about carrying a baby for 9 months. And when you know you're about to get ready to give birth, you're about to get ready to give birth, your water has broke. That's why I played that song about coming to the river. We're going to pray at the river. And fathers, before that child was being born, you were there to witness the river. And you were praying at that river, not only for your child to be born, but also about the mother that was giving birth to your child in this world. So we all have been praying at the river. But we're in that tightest moment before those contractions hit you and right before you give birth. Not before you give birth. But I want to remind you of something while we're in this tight moment right here. That not everything that screams for your energy deserves your focus. There are some things screaming at you, calling you. But I want you to ask yourself, does it deserve your focus? Some things are just propaganda. Some shit is just distraction. So, this is why we must hold our pearls. Hold on to your pearls. Clutch your pearls. Your truth and your power and discernment. Because not only is this the start, but we're going to be riding this wave all of next week. We're going to have to lay low. I just want you to understand, lay low. And you're going to have to stand on your square. And you're definitely going to have to make sure that you understand when your higher mind is speaking to you. When your higher mind is speaking to you. Well, welcome on in. How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling, so family? Yeah. I said clutch your pearls. Yeah. If you got some pearls, go get your pearls. Clutch them. That's it. We know. We know how to do that. We know how to do that. But this is a pivotal point. It's some real Star Serious shit going on. And that 13 is connected to that powerful light and that powerful energy. Okay? I don't want you to think that anybody who tells you they got this shit figured out, they lying. They gaslighting you. Because don't nobody have this figured out, because it's not figured out yet. But I will tell you, as a person who is a practicing psychic medium, as well as working with the Akashic records and understanding about the energy field, that we can read what's ahead. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure I did come on tonight to do this show, so I can let you know that your frequency counts, that there is fire in your frequency. And so no matter where it is happening in this world, you can make a difference. Your thoughts can make a difference. Your energy can make a difference. What you do makes a difference. What you don't do makes a difference. What energy, what vibration you're holding makes a difference. But the portal is open. The portal of retribution has been officially open on planet Earth, and we are at the peak of this. We're at the peak of this. I wouldn't be who I was if I didn't keep it real and raw. I'm going to kind of, make it sound a little sexy for you. But I want you to understand that next week may be very, very rough for you. For me, for us, right? It may be very challenging for us next week. Not personally, per se, but watching, witnessing, and seeing what is going on in the world and what's happening around you. Because you're going to see and get that reflection, and you'll have a real-time check-in about how you've been doing that work on yourself. I think we all need a little check-in every now and again, because this portal is open. This is the peak of a 20-year cycle. Every 20 years, this goes down in the DM. It goes down on planet Earth every 20 years, where egos are clashing with evolution. And that's what we're witnessing in the world. At a macro level and a micro level, you are witnessing this. The old timelines are trying to stay relevant. And they're falling. They're falling apart. The old timelines in you are falling apart. So where these things of secret society, backdoor deals, underhanded systems, they trying to throw out their last Shaddai. They trying to throw it up. That's it. It's a Hail Mary that they're calling out. And don't get it twisted, because I said old timelines and old system, this could have been some new shit that was started. This could have been that fresh new thing that just popped off. But they throwing in a Hail Mary. They're trying to throw in the Hail Mary. But one thing is for sure, two things about it. I want everybody who agrees to let me know and say, we are not going back. Say it with me. We are not going back. We're not going back there. We're not going back. We are not going back. We're not going back. Whatever that looks like, we are not going back. We're not going back. That we're not doing. We are walking out of this age of the Kali Yuga. We walking out of it. And we are walking into the age of clarity. That's where we're headed. We are walking out of this age of the Kali Yuga. We are walking out of this age of this low vibration of Pisces and walking towards this age of Aquarius. So scarcity, deception, all of this other stuff, we ain't going back. We're not going back to none of that. We walking into this age of clarity, of fairness, of truth, of justice, and universal love. We're not going back. We are shifting into an energy that says, this ain't just about me. This is truly about we. We don't need a new system. That's a lie. We don't need a new system. We need a new soul print, a whole new soul print. That's what we need, not a new system. No new system. We need a new soul print. Yeah. So I absolutely love it. I am glad that we are here. We're going to listen to some more vibes here. Yeah, we're going to do that. And I'm going to give some shots out just to kind of catch up with you guys in chat as we continue here live. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. Let's get the likes up because that just sends a signal out, a cosmic signal, your cosmic signal out. Let the soul family know that you are here and you are live and you are tuned in and you are tuned up and you are in perfect divine alignment. I'll come back. We're going to do a couple of announcements and then we're going to keep rolling with this. I got some more that I want to share with you about this time, this next upcoming week. We're going to talk about Father's Day. Yes, we are all universal citizens as well. We're going to talk about that and some other great things that we're going to talk about. Wow. Thank you so much for your super chat donation, you guys. I'm going to figure out how to add these things in here. I'm learning how to do this, but want to say thank you to Felicia as well. Thank you so much for being here. Peace and love to you as well as everyone. So let's see if we going what we gonna hear. No, we're not gonna hear that. Let's see this. Oh yeah, that part right there. All right, welcome on in. Welcome on in, everyone. Kobe in the house. Good to see you, Lola Falana. Let me know where you're tuning in from. What city, what state, oh, what country you are tuning in from. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and I'm so glad. All right, JP. Thank you for the super chat. Bridget in the house. Brother Lance in the house. Crystal in the house. Welcome on in. Brother Holly representing Hollywood, California. Random Brand in the building. Tanika representing Greenville, South Carolina. Welcome on in. Tremel. Mega Miss Little representing the Marsh Islands. Brother Lance in the building. Gotti. London indeed. Welcome in. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, Michelle. All right. Welcome on in. Love it. Absolutely love it. Love it. Love it. Whew. Listen, it's a lot going on. But I want to take a moment and just for us to recognize right now where we are, what's going on in the world, what's happening. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it, but I do want you to know that, of course, we know your role right now with this energy is to manifest. Because here's the question that I've been getting asked over the last couple of weeks. With all of this upheaval, you might start to question, should I or can I still manifest? Should I be trying to manifest anything with the world being the way that it is? And the answer is absolutely yes. This is what's going to change what is going on, what is happening at this time. The answer is yes. You should still be manifesting. We know the truth is we're always manifesting, just maybe not manifesting what we want to manifest. And that's what I want you to be intentional about, but not through force, not manifesting through your ego, and not even through bypassing your pain. It's not the way you're going to manifest. It doesn't work that way. But manifest through stillness, through truth telling, right? Through choosing integrity, even when it hurts. I think we all have been there, where we've had the opportunity to choose truth and telling the truth and choosing spiritual integrity, even when it hurts. You manifest abundantly when you recognize karma and choosing liberation over reputation or repetitive actions. That's why I say we're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back to the past. We're not going back. No matter what happens, understand we are not going back. There is no going back. We're not going back. That's not what we're doing. This manifestation is the real energetic muscle. Manifestation as soul work, not as a trend. This ain't no trend. This ain't no, this ain't no viral trend. This is soul work. And we know that growth and self-love is the new shadow work. And all of this fits into how we work from a soul level. Because when you're working from a soul level, you can stop wars. You can start fires. You can shift your reality. You can change where you live, how you live. You can change lives on the planet, your own, and positively uplift others' lives on the planet. You will be filled with integrity, spiritual integrity. You will be filled with truth, and your light will shine bright. Nobody ain't got to make it shine. You ain't got to force it to shine. It's going to shine. So that's where we are. It's a lot of karmic actions that are happening. And this karma that's happening on the planet is what you're seeing. It's a twist between destiny and karma. Destiny, let's talk about it for just a moment so we can understand the difference. And many of you may have your own definition, but I want to give you something to help you sort of take this in a more esoteric kind of science way when it comes to karma and when it comes to destiny. Now, some will say karma is but karma ain't that. Karma is whatever you put out. And one thing about karma likes to loop. Karma likes to loop. Karma likes to loop itself. It likes to infuse itself into anything. It's like, seasoning your salad or seasoning your meal. It's going to infuse itself into every part and everything that you put that seasoning into. That's what karma does. Karma says, yeah, this is what karma says. Karma says, whatever you put out, your feelings, your emotions, your intentions, I'm going to infuse that into everything you touch, into everything you do, into every action you take, and every action you don't take. If you look at the word karma and you break that word down, you see the ka that is in there. You understand? You understand what the ka is, right? When you're talking about the spirit and the soul, you see the ka that is in there. You also see the ma at the end, which gives life. This is a birth. This is the portal. It's the mother. It's the mama. It's the cosmic mother of this reality, which womb we all were birthed through before we came through our mother's womb. So it's letting you know that it's infused into your lineage. Whatever you do, whatever you touch, whatever you give your energy to is what it will loop itself back around to you. So this is why some people say, they think of karma as this scary thing, but karma is not scary. It's what you're putting out, you will get back. That's what's happening. And so what we're watching in the world has seen before. We have seen before. You have seen before. We have read this in the history books. We have lived this in our past life. This 20-year cycle of these egos clashing, it comes. This is the karma of what is happening. And the other part of this, it's destiny. So let's talk about the difference between karma and destiny. So destiny means that this is something that we have collectively agreed upon coming to the planet, and we said we want to make this happen. On this day, we want certain things to take place, to be in position to take place. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but we want the atmosphere to be ripe for this to happen. That's destiny. But see, destiny is not locked in stone. You can change your destiny at any given moment. Some of you have changed your destiny by deciding to click and come on in and join us in this live. You changed your destiny. For the actions you do and the actions you don't do, because that still is a non-action, is still an action. You are still deciding. And destiny has presented itself. And what we're seeing play out is us stepping into this portal of this peak of this 20-year cycle of egos clashing with evolution. See, because evolution is karma. It's going to loop. It's going to keep happening. Karma is going to keep happening. So we have these two things that are going on at the same time. And this is what we're witnessing in a large scale about what's happening on the planet at this time. We see karma and we see destiny right now erupting around the world. But here's the real question. What karma and what destiny is being presented to you in your life at this time? I promise you, it's presenting itself. And as much as I would love to say, it's all good, I want you to look a little closer. Because if you can figure out this riddle in your life, you can level your soul up. But if you miss it, the loop will keep looping. And destiny will keep setting up the atmosphere for this situation to happen. And this is what we're going to be walking into all of next week, this destiny and this karma. Is it something beautiful? Absolutely. If you're here, it's got to be something beautiful. But I don't want us to also sleep on our own evolution and think that we somehow got it all figured out and we ain't got nothing else to grow and evolve ourselves through. Because this is a time of great transformation. It's a time for us to continue to evolve and continue to grow and learn. Learn, not judge, destroy, and beat ourselves up, but to learn and evolve. And you can do that without so much collateral damage. The collateral damage comes because we get blinders on within our own ego and we start feeling too much of ourselves and think we got it all figured out, and we head first. And then we end up causing collateral damage, not just with ourselves, but with others around us. So this is what we're witnessing. And this is what will be going on next week. It's time for you to really tap into yourself, tap in, stay close to your intuition. Stay out of your mind, stay out of your heart. Live in these spaces of elevation and truth. Allow your stillness to be a part of your power. Truth telling, choosing integrity even in those moments where it may hurt. Recognize karma and choosing liberation. Choosing liberation. And I know we're also here for it. Because if you riding with us, if you riding with this gang, you about that life. You about that life for real, and you're about doing that work. And so I love that for all of us, for absolutely all of us. Yeah. I want to do a special dedication to the brothers. That's all right with everybody, right? Because we got Father's Day that's coming up. We got Father's Day that's coming up, and we know that this is a powerful time. It's a powerful time for the fathers on this planet, for all of the fathers, and ashe to the fathers who are now in the spirit realm, who have moved on to other evolutions. I say ashe to my daddy, who is in the ancestor realm, and ashe to all of the fathers on the planet. Yeah, ashe to the fathers on the planet. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. To the daddies, to the fathers, to the fathers. Yeah. To the fathers. So karma, creation, the father's flame. And this is all about standing in power during a world on fire. Because the world definitely is on fire. Yeah. Yeah. The world is definitely on fire. Yeah. The world is on fire. Truly, the world is on fire. So, Father's Day. This isn't just about your physical fathers, but it's really about all the divine masculine on the planet. So for all the brothers out there on the planet, all of the brothers, a part of the soul family, we salute you, we love you, we cherish you, and we honor you for all of those. This Father's Day is pretty special because it's coming on a very energetic, transformational day, which is going to be Sunday. And yeah, we'll talk about Sunday coming up. So this isn't just about the physical fathers. but it's about the divine masculine, not the distorted power of the divine masculine that we see out in the world. And contrary to popular belief, that is not seeing just distorted masculine energy within the brothers, because we hold both masculine and feminine energy within ourselves. We are half our mothers and half our fathers. But I'm not talking about distorted power. I'm talking about the true anchors, the sacred protectors. And brothers, you know who you are. And sisters, we know those brothers, those men. They are our men's in our lives. They are our fathers. They are our sons. They are our uncles. They are our cousins. They are our best friends. I'm talking about those true anchors, the sacred protectors, the spiritual archetypes. This year, I want to make a special dedication because often we don't talk about this a lot. But this year, we honor the fathers who stayed. And I want to send love out to all the fathers. And some of them are under some very heavy condition that stayed. And to the fathers who returned, because some of those fathers decided to return. And to the fathers who also raised generations through their presence, not their perfection. Because there are some fathers out here that is holding it down, that are raising their children single-handedly. Those fathers. And those fathers who have come in as a father when the father who gave birth chose to step out, or the father could not stand in place for those men, for those brothers, those ride or dies who stepped up and stepped in and really did the thing in the role of a father. We honor you. We hold you sacred at this time because there are fathers who raise generations through their presence, not perfection. We honor you to all of the fathers. All of the fathers. All of them. And I also want us to honor the inner fathers. You know, the parts of you that builds, that provides, that holds space, that says enough, that says not yet. And that father that says, let's go. Let's go get this shit. Let's do this. That father. We need that. We need that father to show up. We need to honor those fathers because that is the part that truly builds that divine masculine, that truly provides that divine masculine, that can hold space like no one else can hold space. And that part of you that says, enough. We're not doing that. And the part that says, not yet. And that part that also says, let's go. It's go time. We need that. And we must honor that. That is not a part of us to become docile or to water down that lives within inside of us. This is the part of your self-love, is to be able to honor the inner fathers as well as the divine masculine on the planet. We cannot do this alone. It is never about boy against girl or him against her, or even those who choose to be somewhere in between. It's about making sure that we honor these sacred parts of ourselves during these sacred times. It is here today that we activate that flame. Yeah, we got to hit both of them. We are activating that flame within. We have to. It's a part of your survival. It's a part of your survival kit. It's a part of your elevation kit. It's a part of your sacred kit. It's a part of your self-love kit. It's a part of your Christ conscious kit. You cannot leave the divine masculine behind. We honor the fire. We honor the fathers, and we honor the flame, and we are activating that flame within. Because when we honor internally and externally the divine masculine, we can stand tall, all of us. All of us can stand tall, not in reaction, but baby, in full residence, full residence, full residence. Not for revenge. We're not just honoring the divine masculine for revenge, but we are also honoring the divine masculine, the inner father, for birth. So we typically do not think about this birthing process with the divine father, but we could not do it without the sacred masculine. We could not. And so right now, we are in the time where we are being called for elevation. And I want you to begin to start thinking about that elevation and about honoring and balancing divine masculine in your lives and to all the brothers in your life. And I want you all to make sure that you reach out to those brothers in your life that you love, that you care for, that you have connection with, to honor them, to hold them sacred. Yeah. And brothers, know that your flame has been reactivated and for you to stand in your powerful light as well. Yeah. It's a powerful time and a powerful time for brothers. Don't let them fool you in these streets because we got so much fake news going on, mixed in what's really going on. So many distractions happening and everyone racing and don't know where they're going. They're just moving in a fast car. What did Chasey Chapman say? We're driving fast in a fast car, going so fast and don't know where we're going. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. But here's what we are going to do. We are going to do a little elevation activation here before we get out. And I want us to kind of tap into this. I'm also going to be taking your questions as well. I'll take some questions here tonight that we can do that. Let me see if I have the right one here. I have something here. Let's see. Yeah. So we're going to answer some questions. We're going to answer some questions. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's see. Here we go. So, yeah. I'm going to give you a couple of questions. Let me know if you can hear me or if the music is too loud.
Felt like nobody understood me. Yeah. Product of the city, kept it solid like it should be.
Oh, wait a minute. That ain't the right one. Let's try this one. Let's get those lights up, you guys. We got over 200 people here. All right, so here's your first question. I want you to drop down in your body, the lower half, and start thinking about what are you choosing to leave behind right now? The portal is open. What are you choosing to leave behind right now? What are you choosing to leave behind right now? Name one thing. It could be a thought. It could be a feeling. It could be an action. It could even be something physical. What are you choosing to leave behind right now? All right. Excellent. Excellent, everyone. Now, we're going to go to the next question. And I want us to do this now because you're putting it out into the atmosphere. And with this cosmic energy that is here right now, you can release it. So here's the next question, because this is our call for elevation here. What's one karmic loop you're done with? Name one karmic loop that you're saying, this is it, I'm done. What is that loop that you are done with? Remember, we talked about karma and destiny. So what is that one karmic loop that you're done with? I love it. 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 Yes. Yes. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Ooh, we doing good. Here we go. All right. Here is our last call for elevation here. Love it. Love it. Absolutely. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So here is our last call to elevation question. I'll talk about it afterwards. You ready? Who or what are you choosing to forgive so you can move forward? Now, don't put nobody on blast. You can just say this person or that person or family member or ex or any of that. Who or what are you choosing to forgive so you can move forward? Let's go. Absolutely. Love it. Oh, Sheila. Beautiful. That's a good one. Guru. That's a good one. Me and everybody that I can in my came in contact with in my life. Welcome in, Tori. Wow. Wow. Powerful. Powerful, you guys. Powerful. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Powerful. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Mm. 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 This is what happens when we come together as a group, as a collective, to transmute this energy right here. Many of you were saying the person that you would forgive is yourself. And I think you should always make sure that you include yourself there in that equation. Remember, forgiveness isn't excusing what happened. It isn't excusing what happened. It's not saying that what took place, it's okay. Type the word forgiveness out, and you will notice that there is FOR in forgiveness. That is for forward. You are forward giving. You are giving your current self permission to grow, to evolve, and to move forward. But on the flip side of that, if you don't want to forgive someone, you don't have to. You don't have to. You have permission to not forgive. But just make sure you understand the energetic components of what forgiveness is really about and not the definition the world gave you. Because when you hold people hostage and you hold that situation hostage in your life, it's impacting you over and over again. So every time you think about that situation, every time you see that person, every time you hear their name, every time something reminds you of that scenario, it's impacting you. It's impacting you at a soul level. And so the forgiveness is so you can move forward. You are giving yourself permission to move forward past that experience and not stay stuck in this karmic loop. And so anytime someone reminds you of what your sister did or what your ex did or what someone on your job did or what happened to you in college or any of that, at some point we can use it as fuel. But over time, that fuel becomes very diminished and that flame is no longer there. This is why you will see someone who's out to prove their parents wrong, or they want to prove their ex wrong, and they're running forward because that's who's charging them to move forward, only for them to get to that destination or fulfill something and still be miserable because it was never about them moving forward. It was about really sort of dragging their hostage along to a way to prove something to them, only for them to get to that moment and realize no one cares. And I don't mean that to say cold-heartedness. No one cares. And you realize that it has to be something greater to keep you in this position in your life you've elevated yourself to. So we have a balance where some people feel their whole life has been detoured, has been off course because of someone else. And then some of you feel that your whole life has been destroyed because of bad decisions and choices that you have made. And this is why in the forgiveness process, start with yourself. But I want you to also think about those situations, those people that you have not let go. Because, see, they're still attached to you. And when they're still attached to you, you're still working for that energy. You're still a part of that energy. And that karma loop is still going to bring you scenarios that keep repeating these situations. And you're going to keep finding yourself in these same scenarios. The people may change, the place may change, the situation may change, but the outcome is still going to be the same. Because this is your driving force of why you're doing what you're doing. Because someone told you, someone doubted you, because someone hurt you, someone betrayed you, someone did something to you. That's why you're doing it. And I'm not saying that that's not a starting point for many of us. For many of us, that's what got your fire going. But at some point, you got to do some real inner work so you can transmute that fire so it can become your authentic flame. And it can be built out of the best loving parts of who you are. So no matter what situation you're impacted by in your life, you are not thrown off your course. Because you are the source of your own evolution and your own power. You haven't given it to your mother. You haven't given it to your ex. Your baby daddy doesn't hold it. Your children doesn't even hold it. That job doesn't hold it. That old coworker doesn't hold it. That old best friend who betrayed you doesn't hold it. That person who hurt you doesn't hold it. You hold your own power. And so that's the power of understanding about the forgiveness. And this is the perfect time to really transmute this energy, especially around Father's Day, especially around this time of Father's Day. You're going to see a lot of things that are happening in this world. In this world. Yeah. It's some situations. And I'm not telling you, forgiveness doesn't mean that you allow them to have access to you again. Because you should be very, very aware of who you are and who you give access to you. Not because you're better than them and you're not better than them, but because you are tapped into your higher insight and your intuition. And you recognize who should have access to you and who should not. Who is in alignment with you and who is not. You understand? So think about that, because these are some powerful things that we're going to be connecting ourselves with throughout the course of this next week. So don't react. Make sure you save this live. Make sure you come back. Make sure you tune in. And it really is a week to kind of lay low. Kind of lay low. Listen to the stillness within. It's calling to you to something greater, something bigger. The stillness that we all can hold inside of ourselves will be the stillness that anchors our homes, that anchors our family, that anchors our children and loved ones. That stillness not only holds us down, but it's going to hold down communities. It's going to hold down continents. It's going to stop the bombs from dropping. It's going to cause the peace to come in. It's going to transform. But it has to start with you. The reason these situations, which are destiny, can take place is because there's so much unrest. So many of you have had bombs dropping within. That is happening within. It's happening inside of you and has been going on for a week or so. Tend to yourself. Nurture and love yourself. Make sure you're taking good care of yourself. You're eating good foods. You're getting the proper rest that you need for yourself. You're staying within integrity and honesty. This 20-year window cycle that's coming up, you don't want to loop this shit. You don't want to put this on loop and repeat. I don't know about you all, but if you go back 20 years, I'm sure there's some highlights in there that you want to take with you, but there are just those moments that we all kind of like, ooh, we don't want to do that again. We don't want to go back to that. We don't want to go back to none of that again. We don't want to repeat those lessons. And this is definitely where you're tapping into this energy. You're tapping into this energy. It's about all of these things that we've talked about here. So I do want to take your questions. If you all have some questions, I'm going to take some questions. I really wanted to come on. And thank you again to everyone who informed me about what was happening during this week. And I remember the prediction I made about things falling out the sky, lots of planes in the air. And yeah, until we have souls on the planet that do not want to grow up by using their ego and thinking action is the only way to force people into doing what they want, because this is what's happening. It's a clash. It's a clash of that, this 20-year clash of the ego, manipulation, and all of these other kinds of tactics. And we're just watching it on a big scale. But look in your life and see where these behaviors, these obsessions, these tactics you have been living by within your life to make sure that you are coming out of these things. You will have two things in your life. You will have growth. And remember, growth starts on the inside. You will have self-love. You will have love for yourself. That's the new shadow work. It's not these outside actions, no matter how pretty they look, no matter how divine they look, no matter how dressed up they look, no matter how much material gain you get from it, no matter how much attention you get from it. That is not a measure of your soul's growth. This has to start from the inside. The inside. This is an inside job. And if you are doing the work now, I see your questions. I'm going to get your questions. I'm going to get your questions. I'm going to get your questions. If you're doing the work, you're going to know it. It's going to be undeniable for you. All right? So, Holy Himmet has a question. What is practice that you recommend to keep your mind sharp? And what books you recommend for your Sagittarius brother? Well, I'm going to say something, and with all due respect, but I think you know what I'm going to say. That's why you asked the question. I don't recommend you keep your mind sharp, not your conscious mind. I recommend that you stay in tune with your intuition, your higher mind, because that's going to give you an answer that the mind can't come up with. Now, don't get me wrong. The mind can come up with some great answers and great solutions. They really can. But the mind is limited. Your higher mind is not limited. And as far as the book I would recommend, I don't know if I have one at this time. I'll put together a list because there are some, but I really think it's about going within and spending time within. We're in some transformative times. And right now, I won't say that, but right now, we are all in the process of writing a book. Once we get past some of this, because this information that is here is based on a lot of information that is no longer in alignment with the times that we're living in. We're living in a time that is completely outside these boundaries, that it's difficult to say that this one way is right. But there is a sure way. There is an undeniable sure way, and that is to tune in and connect with yourself. And this is one of the reasons why I did the All About Frequency workshop, so that you can learn how to truly go within and tap in to that wealth of knowledge that does expand to the past, the present, and the future. I would say to you, my very, very wise brother, Holy Himmet, with the wealth of knowledge you have inside of you, and I'm not talking about your mind, and I know you were speaking of the higher mind, that you go within your higher mind and allow that to speak back to you. We are the living records right now. We are the living records. We are the walking gods and goddesses on the planet. What happens now is not up to prophecy. What happens now is not up to ancient teachings. What happens now is not about what went on in the past. It's about what we're headed towards and what we're focused on at this moment and what we're forecasting for the future. And that is the power that I need all of us to understand. It's not written in stone, But they want you to think it's written in stone and it's nothing that you can do about it. But there's always something you can do about it. And that foundation has to start with self-love. I would recommend some of my products, but I would also tell you that you don't even need that. You don't need anything. You can go within. Those are just tools there. So anything that you have is a tool. Just keep in mind when it is someone else's interpretation that you have to be able to go within. And that's just real talk. I could sugarcoat it. I could lie. I could give you a whole list of books and a whole list of things to go listen to. The most important person we can be listening to right now is to go within and listen to ourselves. That's why I even shifted my teachings from a lot of those practices, because I'm really just your guide. I'm really showing you how to go within you and to get the answers and to get the insight and to get the information and to do the grounding work. Because what may be grounding for someone else may be pure pain or traumatizing for someone else. That's just a fact. That's where we are. I don't think we will always be here, but we are here now. We are here now. Mm, 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 mm. Yes, I will look at it, Anubis. So that's what I would say to you. I'm waiting on you, Holy Hemet, to give us a wise word. I'm waiting on y'all to bring the word forward. That's the work at this time. And many of you are doing that. I know you are. And I could just be in this way right now at this moment because of things that are going on. But I want you to understand that's who I need you to tap into, you. So I will put together a book list if I can find some, if I really can. That really is speaking to this time. I haven't read every book, so I can't tell you that. Are there some great classics? Always great classics. But I'm no longer a fan of history the way I used to be. Because once you begin to know who you are for real, then you understand that all of that shit is skewed. All of it. Every single bit of it. Everything, even things that come out of my mouth. Everything, even things that come out of your mouth. Everything. But our strength lies from tapping in to our multisensory powers. This is where we're moving to. This is what it's all about right now. This is your strength. Your mind, we can strengthen the mind. Keep strengthening the mind because the mind is a genius. And if you're doing something logical, you need the mind. But for the times that we're in, you need that higher mind. You need that intuitive mind. You need that mind. And that mind is not locked in a book. That mind is not, it's not about thinking. And I know that sounds so absurd, but for those of you who have taken some of my classes and those of you who are even working with SkyQuest, those of you who are in the All About Frequency class, I know it's just week 1. The most powerful thing that I can help you do for manifestation, for healing your physical body, your mental body, for evolution, for moving forward, for activating your genius is to help you get out of your mind. That's where the magic is getting out of the mind, out of it. Yeah. So hopefully that helped. Like I said, I'm waiting on you, Brother Holly, because you got a lot in your higher mind for you to say. I'm waiting on you, waiting on you. Let's go to Anubis. He says, hi, Ms.Blue. Something is calling me to ask, especially on this day of 13. My sister transitioned on 9/13/21, Ashe, that shut her speech down. Is there something she wanted to say? Let's tune into her. Let me get out of this real quick. Your sister, I see a window, a huge bay window, and I don't know how that relates to you and your family, Anubis, but I see a huge window and I see your sister looking out of this window. And it was like her soul left before she left, which many of us, our souls do leave before we leave. And I also see a lot of people standing around her when she's making her transition. She is telling me that she did go quick. She was kind of gone and she came back a couple of times. And when a soul does this, when a soul sort of, it's kind of like sometimes where I feel like she had to be resuscitated, like she was there and then she came back, and it was kind of like she was in and out, and she really wanted to see if she was ready to take that leap and to continue on. Her message of what she was trying to say, I know many are looking for answers. This is what she's saying. Many are looking for clues and they want a deeper understanding about who, what. This is all I keep hearing people ask, and why, and who did this, and what, and why, and what caused. It's like everyone is still searching for the reason. What was the reason for her passing? And I see a little baby. I see a child standing next to her. So please tell me, Anubis, I don't know. Um, did your sister have a child, please? Did she have a child who was with her either when she passed, or did she have a child that was there during her passing? But I see a child standing there near her with her, a child. Let me know if your sister had a child. I don't know if Anubis is still here or not. But there's many people around her. And there's many questions, she says. Her speech simply left because she was doing her best. Yeah. Okay. This makes sense. She was doing her best to decide if she should come or if she should go. Okay. All right. Your nephew was 5 when she passed. Yes. And she decided that she wanted to leave. And her heart was heavy on her wanting to leave. But she knew her time here was done. And there's a couple of reasons. One, a few years prior, she's showing me this huge field. And I see staircases like bleachers, like it's either at a sports event or someone having a graduation. and people are celebrating like at a concert or something of that nature happening, like something big, something great. And she said her life was wonderful, her life was going so well, and then everything went dark. It got really dark for her, in her heart, in her soul. It's kind of making me think that she experienced some sort of traumatic heartbreak. Like, uh, yeah, some heartbreak that happened after a beautiful time in her life. Something happened, something transpired, something happened. I don't know if it was a loss of someone she loved, if there was some sort of breakup that was she felt embarrassed by, or she felt hurt or betrayed. But there was some massive disruption within her heart, within her heart, within her heart sphere. And after coming back from that, she always knew, because she was a beautiful sister. But interesting enough, she's kind of having this conversation with me where she never knew her worth or her beauty or she never really embraced it for herself. It was like she could not see her own beauty and her own wealth within herself. The 5-year-old nephew that was with her, her son, um, she's acknowledging that, oh, okay, it's making sense. Gosh, we need a phone line. It says, yes, she graduated from college right before she passed, and she was on her way to California, but she started to get sick, and she thought it ruined her plans. Yeah, that was the celebration. But that starting to get sick, it also had something to do with some situations with another person, too. I don't know if the family knew that. I mean, that's not why she left. That's not why. But she wanted that. She took me to this stadium, like I said, like a graduation, like a big celebration. And she knew that this would be the highlight of her life. And she wanted to leave not sick, or even feeling like she would be restrained from living life to the fullest, because she wanted to live so bad. But she did not want to live under those constraints. And so she allowed herself to be taken in. She does have a regret. And believe it or not, sometimes I talk about it and sometimes it just depends on the spirits coming through. But most souls do have what we call regrets. But to them, it's not a regret. It's an understanding. And she wished that she would not have been so afraid, because she believed that she could have lived so much longer through this. She believed that she could have overcome this. She wished she would have had more of an open mind about her choices and the way that she was seeing her life. And she's forever grateful to all the love and support that the family and everyone gave her. And she keeps going back to that graduation. She is just so honored that she was able to fulfill that graduation. That's what her heart really came back to really do. But she was really, really sort of hoping that she would go beyond that. But her soul came back for that graduation to complete that pivotal moment in her life. Yes, yes. But she was so afraid. I'm glad this is confirmation for you and your family. But really, what she came back was for that. Her soul was really complete at that point. And then she was so afraid after that things would just end up the way that they ended up in a past life. She used to have dreams and nightmares, and she lived with a lot of fear. Yeah. She lived with a lot of fear. She did. She did. But she thanks you. She says she's so proud of you. uh and wish she would have listened a little more to you. She's telling me at one point she thought you was a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, you know. But yeah. And she has a beautiful smile on her face that you would mention her name today. She said at one time she thought she was cursed because she was born on the 13th. And she's telling me funny stories about that. But she chose to leave. This is why the doctors, there's so much question about her passing and what really caused it, and was it this or was it that, and they can't really pinpoint it because there are very few souls on the planet who sort of, all leaving is self-undoing. All souls are the one we choose when we're going to leave. We're not always aware of this. But her consciousness has allowed her to be aware enough that she knew she made the choice to make her transition. That this is the way she wanted to go out. She wanted to go out on a high note. She wanted to go out on a high note. And that trip she's showing me was such a big deal for her. And things were so not 100%. But she's sending love to you, to the family, to your nephew. And I'm kind of confused because it's like she's saying it was her son, but it's not her son. So is it her son, or is it someone else's in the family's child, or was it her child? Because I'm seeing a little bit of distance from her and the 5-year-old. But I do see someone else who played a pivotal role in raising this child. And it's her, but it's not her. So I don't know if your parents stepped in and raised the child, the father, someone else, but there is something there. But she has her arms wrapped around him with love, with so much love, so much love. I'm so glad Please, Anubis, talk to your sister because she came through so clear and she took me straight into that stadium, like with the bleachers and the graduation. And she was filled with so much joy and so much excitement and love that she knew her mission had been accomplished for her. Yeah. So, ashe to your sister and love to you and love to the whole family. And yeah, she's forever going to be the guardian angel. She says she's not scared no more. She ain't scared no more. She ain't scared. Yes. 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 She's always there with you and she is learning so much from you, you know? She's learning so much from you. And she's sending you love. Who is the child, please? Was that her child? Who is the child? And what's the significance of the child? She's hugging the child like a mother embraces a child. But I also see some, I don't want to say distance, but I do see some distance as if, you know, it's almost making me think like she's the mother, but maybe she didn't raise him or he was her nephew, but she loved him like her child. Like, what is it? It's my sister's son, but she always would joke and say it's her child too. Well, I want you to know that she has given all of her goodness, her love, and her light to this child. All of it. Every ounce of goodness she has, because she has her arms wrapped around him. But I could also tell that there was somebody else. And I'm like, so is this your child? She would not answer me. But she said, I love this child like my child. So I didn't know if it was her child and maybe she didn't raise him or, you know, someone else's child, but she felt like he was her child. So give that confirmation to the family and she is forever, you know, definitely with him every step of the way. She said all of her genius in her brain and how well she knew, she's given it all to him. And I'm sending so much love to you, Anubis, to your whole family. Ashe and amen. She is still around. She said she will be there for every birthday, holiday, every family celebration, even with some of the riffraff going on. She's there with you, with all of the stuff, everything. She is right there loving you, and she is with you every single step of the way. Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. She's a beautiful spirit, beautiful light that she just didn't realize her own. She just didn't realize who she was. And those are my words. She's just saying, Ms.Blue, I just didn't know. I didn't know. She's like, girl, I didn't know. I didn't know how bad I was. Girl, I didn't know I could overcome all of this stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So Ashe, Ashe, Ashe and amen. Blessings to you. And I want to play something else. Um yeah. 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 It could also be my sister's second child. She's 1 year old and she was named after her. Okay. Well, this child, is there a little boy? Because I see a little boy. Not that she doesn't love the other child, but the little boy. Is there a little boy? Just want to see. Just want to see. But she does. She is the guardian. She's telling me now because now she's talking a lot. She is the guardian angel for the family, for the whole family, period. Period. She the guardian angel for the family. That's it. She says she got it. She got it. She's there. She's there. She's there. She's there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, no. It's a girl this time. Okay. Okay. This time it's a girl. Mm-hmm. 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 So the first child, well, let me see. Well, she's acknowledging this child. I don't want to go too far into the future. But she is. Yeah, yeah. You get what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. You get it. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Your sister's son. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's who it is. But she's definitely there for all the children. And the baby girl that was named after her. You know, when our loved ones pass away and they're on the other side, any children that's born in the bloodline, all of our relatives who are on the other side, they're the ones who introduce the children, the new souls to the family. They introduce the new souls to the family. So no wonder your sister's daughter, who's just 1 year old now, she would have met her aunt in the ancestor realm. And her aunt, she just loved her aunt so much because, children also, we give our names to our parents. It's an agreement between the three of us. Yeah, that part. Some of us who don't like our names, yeah, you gave that name to your parents, and that's why they agreed upon. If you ever think about it, sometimes couples will go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with the name. And then you'll hear these stories like, oh, your mom didn't like this name, or oh, your dad didn't want this name, oh, your grandmother didn't want this name. Well, our relatives on the other side and that child, that child is also giving them that name. So your sister got a chance to meet her niece before her niece was even born. She seen and was connecting with her niece even before your sister, who gave birth to her, was connecting with her, because she's the one who introduced her and told her about the family bloodline. Like, how cool is that? How cool is that? Yeah. So never think, some people say, oh, I wish my mom or dad was here to see the baby being born, or I wish my uncle was still here. I wish my aunt, I wish my best friend, I wish my sister, I wish my brother. They get a chance to meet them first. They get a chance to meet them first. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you guys for the super chat donations. Thank you. Uh Adele, is my brother resting in peace? Let's see. Adele, at first he was not. At first, your brother was not resting in peace, but he's at peace now. But he wasn't resting in peace at first. At first, he wasn't resting in peace. At first, he was raising hell. I'm going to come back to you for a minute. I want to put Anubis final comment. Got that. You're so welcome. Share this with your family, because listen, she is there. She is there. She's the one that keep turning the volume up and down on the television. That's her. So you can let your mom and them know, and your sister and them know. That's her that keep turning that volume up and down. She likes to play with the television for some reason. And she says she likes to come through on a lot of TV shows. Some of them are Tyler Perry shows. So I don't know who's watching Tyler, but she likes to do certain things. And some of those characters are coming through in some of them Tyler Perry things that kind of remind them of her. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever had that before. That's interesting. But getting back to your brother was not resting in peace, but he's resting in peace now. There's a couple of things that I am seeing here. And when I'm speaking with your brother, was he addicted to some sort of drug, medication? Because it's almost like he was in an altered state, like something was altered, something was happening that kind of altered his consciousness. Like his consciousness was very altered. He is showing me some things that talk to me, Adele, because this state he was in when this happened. So I don't know if he was on some sort of medication, some sort of drugs, something he was taking medication, could be pharmaceutical medication, could be his own type of medication, but some sort of medication. Talk to me. Are you still here? I know we're behind, so I'm just gonna feel into his energy because it feels like your brother coming through, but you got a lot of stuff going on with you, Adele. A lot of stuff around you too that's happening, that I'm tuning into. So let me know. Let me know. Oh, okay, girl. Girl, you and your brother had me over here kind of twisted. All right. All right. So it's making sense why he was kind of out of his mind a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Well, his, how can I say? He's at peace now. He is at peace now. So this is, at first, he wasn't at peace. He was very confused, but he is at peace. Um, mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He's at peace. And one of the things that he is saying, let me ask you, was this brought on via some sort of external factor that sort of triggered this? Because he has a strong message about staying away from drugs, staying away from weed, staying away from certain kinds of medications. And so that's initially what he brought me into, but in a very, very confusing state because I like to go in from the state of where a person, um, from when they were there. Mm. Yeah, but I feel like his was sort of um, induced by something. He hated me since I was born. No, he didn't really hate you. He was attempting to scare you to the point that you would do the work so you would never go down the path he went down. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. He did. His was cuz he has a speech what I was going to tell you about staying away from drugs and alcohol, drinks, weed. Like he has this whole phobia about staying away from those things because this is what brought on this psychosis for him that he wasn't able to balance out in this lifetime. But he doesn't hate you anymore. But that was his only way that he could communicate to you. So you would never, ever, you would be so afraid of the stories and the things he told you about what you heard happen to him, that you would never, ever venture off into any of those pathways. And so, just that legend about him and the family, that someone put something in something he was drinking, they gave him that. And I also think he experimented. He was all, don't get me wrong, and he's okay with me saying this. Don't get me wrong. He was always a little off, but he wasn't that off. What made him go completely off was some experimental things with drugs. That took it over the edge, and someone giving him something that he was not aware of, that he would not have taken on his own. That's what did it. And so, I tell a lot of young people that I'm not against any of these medicinal things, because for some people it helps, but you have to be conscious of the source and the energy of what it's coming from. And it should be truly something calling you from a soul level as medicine, in a different kind of way. And then also mindful of the people you're around and who's around you, because that too can play a big role. And it was his intent to make you so afraid of him and how his life become that you would go a completely different direction. He wants you to know that he loves you. And even though he could not express that in the physical, but he truly loved you. But he could not express that in the physical. And for that, he is sorry. And, the things he put the family through and other loved ones through. But he also did this to be the example of the type of man you should not want to be with. And he says that even though he thinks you have done a good job with partners in your life, you have picked some partners kind of like him to see if they would love you. And he doesn't want you to do that. He wants his life, his connection, and his legacy for you and for those in the family to know that you are deserving of something different. He wants to stand for that and to stay away. It is not your job to fix, to heal, to save any men in your life. And to know, this is your brother talking, that you are beautiful and you are worthy of someone who will love you, who will honor you, and who will cherish you. And your brother is specifically saying, not a man that would put his hands on you, and not one that will try to manipulate you, and certainly not one that has a drinking, alcohol, or drug problem. And it is his wish for you that you really start to get very serious about these dreams in your life. He says every year you say you're going to do it and you don't. And he wants now to be the time that you start to focus on you and to fulfill the dreams in your life that you have for yourself and stop living for everyone else. And he's grateful that you decided to ask about him. Yeah, because he really is at peace now. He wasn't at first. He said he wasn't at peace at first. And not because of the schizophrenic. He wasn't at peace because once he finally got out of this physical body, and you do know you don't take your mind with you. You don't take your mind with you. Not like that. He spent time in the healing tanks. And when he went through the healing tank, he was able to go back and reflect and to see and to understand and see how every action caused a reaction, every word, every non-word, every non-action, how it expanded throughout thousands and thousands of people from the family and just everybody. And so he wasn't at peace. But once he went through the healing tank and he can see the bigger picture, because this is what we all are on the quest for, is to see that bigger picture. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See? Yeah. He can see the bigger picture. And he wants you to start living for yourself. Living for yourself. Yeah. He always told me I was Black and homely. I believed him. Ms.Blue, I'm 64 this year. You look beautiful, darling. You don't look like you're a day over 25, girl. You don't look like you a day over 25. Don't worry about it. And congratulations on turning 64. That's a beautiful, divine landmark, right? And you're healing your shadow. Well, I want you to know that self-love and self-growth, baby, that's the new shadow. That part is the new shadow. That is it. I hope you have some of my digital products, at least SkyQuest, working with some of that so you can tap into that goodness, that love. Know that your brother is now by your side. That dream that you've been putting off, he said, for year after year after year, you keep saying you're going to do it, you're going to do it, you're going to do it, and you ain't did it. He said, it's time for you to do it. It's time for you to do it. It's time for you to start living for you, loving for you, and being there for you. For you. So there you go. Sending you so much love. The brothers is coming through. And the sisters. Either way, because it was a brother who asked about his sister, Anubis, and now Adele is coming through and her brother is coming through. So shouts out to the ancestors and to the brothers. Yeah, as we celebrate this time. Nikki, I am love. My mother passed on the 1st of February. Any message? Let's see. Let's see. Immediately, Nikki, I am gasping for air and holding my chest. I'm going to say this is your mother coming through. I feel as though I feel as though I've talked to your mother before. And I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel like I've spoken with your mom before. But I will tell you this. Your mother said she's doing wonderful. And she's doing fine. She's doing wonderful. She's doing fine. She's doing so fine. She's doing so wonderful. She's doing fine. She's doing so wonderful. and she's not in pain, because your mother was in pain. And she had been in pain for a long time, way before anybody knew she was in pain, way before any of this. And she's saying she did her best to prepare you. She's telling me this. Oh, wow, you're in my class? Beautiful. You're in the All About Frequency class? Yes, let's go. Let's go. So, your mother, I'm gonna get that. Your mother says she's doing great. But what's even better is how great you're doing. Because that's what she wondered. She said she held on for as long as she could because she was so worried. So worried about you and the family and everyone. But she finally let go. She is at peace. She is in heaven. She said, don't let nobody tell you, Ms.Blue, there's not a heaven. She is in heaven, baby. She is in heaven. For real. She is in what she knows and understands her heaven to be. And she is at peace. She is at peace. Yes. Yeah. She is at peace. And she's so proud of you. The way you handled everything. The way you're still handling everything. And she said, sometimes, Ms.Blue, when my baby is just sitting in the chair and she just crying, she said, I'm just wiping her face and kissing her. Just wiping her face and kissing her. She said, don't cry for me, baby. Don't cry for me. I'm always with you. And I'm still very much here. I'm still very much alive. It's something real interesting she's showing me about some shoes at the front door. And you doing something with some shoes at the front door. I don't know if you got some new shoes or you got the shoes. I don't know, but she's showing me these shoes and she's laughing about these shoes and she's laughing about you at the front door doing something with some shoes at the front door. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Maybe you'll know. But your mother is there and she's seeing everything that is happening, that is going on. And she also is saying what many of our ancestors say, please do not hold on to all of that stuff. Your mom said, listen, she said, I was almost becoming a hoarder towards the end. She said, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do with all of my stuff. She doesn't care about any of that. She only cares about her family and about you guys living your lives to the fullest and being alive and healthy. And yes, your mother says she in class with you. She go everywhere with you. Absolutely everywhere with you. Absolutely everywhere with you. And she loves you so much. By the way, Nikki, your mother's holding a baby. So I don't know if you got a baby coming in or somebody in the family, but she got a baby. And she's smiling at this baby. So either somebody's about to have a baby in the family or the baby is coming in the future in the family because your mother's holding this baby and she's so happy she's holding this pretty little baby. It's a beautiful little baby girl. Lots of curly hair. Beautiful little curly hair. And she got these little almond eyes. Almond beautiful eyes. Curly hair. Little golden skin tone. So I don't know, Nikki, is it you? Is it somebody in the family who's about to have a baby? Because, listen, she's just letting you know. She's just letting you know. She's letting you know. I have a lot of sneakers at the front door and they complain they still are there. Yep. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, she's talking about it. She's talking about all of that. All of that right there. She is. So, and she hears you when you are talking to her. She hears you. She is right there with you, but she is holding this beautiful, gorgeous, look like a little beautiful baby doll. And I know you may be new to me, but people who know me, they know when I see them babies be coming through. They be coming through before they parents sometimes know. She says, I've been saying this to everyone. I said it was a girl. Oh my God, I'm grateful. So are you pregnant? So who's having the baby? Is it you? You having the baby, Nikki? Nikki, who's having the baby? Are you having the baby? Who's having the baby? I mean, if you can tell us, it's just family up in here. We want to know because your mama's holding this baby girl. It's a beautiful, gorgeous, look like a little Bratz baby doll. Like, you know how pretty the Bratz are. I've been saying, you've been saying the baby girl is coming. Yeah, well, it's a baby girl coming because your mama's holding the baby. So let that be your confirmation. Let that be your confirmation that your mama done told you she's holding that baby and that baby is coming. And you're so welcome, Adele. You said you have healed my wound. Ashe and amen and blessings and love to you. Because your brother now, he your biggest fan. Your brother is your biggest fan. Your biggest fan. Yeah, yeah. He is your biggest fan. Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. So listen. I want us all to understand you are not broken. None of us. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what happened to you. But what we all are in the purpose of having right now, and this is the perfect time for us to acknowledge this, we are all birthing. We are all in the process of birthing something. Yes. And we know sometimes birth comes with pain, but also birthing comes with power. So remember all of this talk that you will hear in these cosmic streets about stepping into a new era. We're not just stepping into a new era. We've been stepped into a new era. We are activating it together. We are doing it as a collective. We are doing this as a collective. Remember, and these are some things I want you all to take away. Hold your frequency. Choose your soul over your shadow any day, baby. You ask me, am I choosing my soul or my shadow? I'm never going to choose the shadow. I'm choosing my soul while continuously loving myself and growing, because that's the new shadow work. Don't fall for the illusion. And don't fall for this illusion that you are alone, because you're not alone. And I want you to understand that this new era that we stepped in when it comes to secret societies, right? Because this gang over here, we do have some secret society moves that we do outside of these public spaces. But the secret society that I'm connected with is one that loves out loud, it lives freely, and it stands tall in its light. That's the secret society that I'm about over here. Us and this gang over here, that's what we are about. We love out loud. Very loud. I love loud, y'all. I live freely, and you should too. And we stand in our own light. That's what we do over here. So I want us to take this with us. I would love for you to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's so many new listeners, so many new subscribers. And you guys I am so grateful for you. My goal was to see if we can reach 15K. Let's see if we can get the 15K. The reason I say that is because, sometimes when you are teaching people to elevate themselves and to be independent and free, sometimes that don't always translate in this thick world that we're in. So it really takes all of us to like, comment, share, pass it on, leave a comment, like all of these things. They're things that you can do that really will help expand the platform and grow. Because our goal is, I know when I first started my path and journey, I would have loved to have come across platforms like this and be in connection with people like yourselves. I would have loved to have been able to honor that. And so let's hit that like button. Make sure we come back. We use this as our anchor point for this week coming up. Happy Father's Day to all the divine masculine on the planet and to all the fathers on the planet. And may we all reignite that spark, that masculine energy within ourselves, that masculine spark within ourselves as we honor our fathers and all of the sacred men on the planet and those. May we lift our hearts and spirits up high and come out of these lower dimensions of forcing our ego to get our way. And the more that we can do this from an internal perspective, the more that we can spread this out to shed light all over the world. Because we're just getting started. Remember, I told you guys things would heat up? Remember the vision I shared about the planes dropping things and light and fire and things happening? We can help minimize this. Don't think because something is happening far away from you that it could never happen. Remember, we're living in a time where anything is possible. And we want to go for the highest timeline, the highest available timeline that we possibly can. That's what we're aiming for, to step into our God power. It doesn't take everyone to move the conscious needle on the planet. It's not designed for everyone. But time is over for that 1% that was controlling the masses. It's time for those of us now who hold that light and consciousness and expansion within our souls and our spirits for us to step up and step out. But we can only do that if we are being our true, authentic selves. And then we can ignite our God light that lives inside of us. And we can then honor our rightful place. We can wear the crown that we know that we were given, that is a part of our birthright. And we can make a true impact and difference, not only in our life, but on the planet itself. And there will be a time where our great grandchildren, and even ourselves, if we choose to return, that we are then sitting down reading our strolls, reading our messages, watching our videos, seeing the work that we have put forth, and they will be quoting our messages. They will be honoring our path. They will be understanding what we were living and what we were doing. And that's the importance of knowing who you are, because that's the real message that sometimes get watered down with all the rhetoric and with all the quotes and with all the ancient texts. Do you know who you are? Because once you know who you are, it's game over. Not just for you, but for everyone. Stand in your light, soul family. I love you all so much. We are striving, we are looking for expansion and clarity while we stay in love. We're going to listen to this. We're going to listen to this.
Yeah. Fella nobody nobody understood me. Yeah. Product of the city, kept it solid like it should be. Yeah. Chances I ain't never take, we never saw what it could be. No way. So many people call me fake, cause I took a step out. Hood baby took it farther than the south. I'm like, tell me where to go. Even in my high times, I be feeling low. Secrets deep inside, looking for answers, let me know. Pain in my eyes, vision blurry. Peace in my mind, don't worry. In need of direction. Tired of chasing perfection. Took a lot of L's on the road to redemption. And no exception. I need some clarity. Not begging for prosperity. How I'm supposed to pay the rent. Mr. Practice, I don't play. Friday nights we on the bench. Tryna come up with a play. If it don't work, then hit it lit. So if knocking at my door, pain ain't tell. I'm studying her word prayer. Baby excel, got away with way too much. Should've got expelled, but the school saw my potential. Smart kid tryna rebel. Yeah. Even in them darkest times, I be feeling bold. Secrets deep inside, looking for answers. Let me know. Pain in my eyes, vision blurry. Peace in my mind, don't worry. In need of direction. Tired of chasing perfection. Took a lot of L's on the road to redemption. Ain't no half stepping. I need some clarity. Not begging for prosperity. I need some clarity. Open my eyes, Lord. Open my eyes,
I can taste it, I can hear it, I can feel it in my chest and almost see it. Oh, I smell it, so I think it's manifesting. Ain't no stressing, I be resting. Every lesson is a blessing. Ain't no guessing, ain't no question, 'cause I know it's manifesting. My techniques, they avant-garde. Tag hard, your that's on my arm. Flow so unique, far and large. Pink and yellow, orange cars. Only speaking foreign bars. PK, the Audemars. Icon type, Maurice Lacroix. I'm the lady of the art. I don't sell my time, I buy it. Ain't no menu, I ain't try it. Beefcake wagyu, lightly fry it. Like my greens bright, very vibrant. Like my homegirl, Billie Eilish. Got the taste of the rich diet. Now my supper, super souped up, living lavish. Super, super stylish. Oh my Yazzie fly. Yazzie flying like a pilot. On the track, I run up mileage. Yazzie Roddy, 'cause I ride it. Hottie, yachty, beats our body. Yazzie the life of the party. Then I skate in my Bugatti. Can't be late for my Pilates. La creme all on my face. Nothing's higher than my taste. Moro Paris on my skin. Yellow carrots near my chin. These my clients, these my friends. My whole team is for the win. A flouncy liquid Dior him is bouncing off my knee or shins. I can taste it, I can hear it, I can feel it in my chest and almost see it. Oh, I smell it, so I think it's manifesting. Ain't no stressing, I be resting. Every lesson is a blessing. Ain't no guessing, ain't no question, 'cause I know it's manifesting. I can taste it, I can hear it, I can feel it in my chest and almost see it. Oh, I smell it, so I think it's manifesting. Ain't no stressing, I be resting. Every lesson is a blessing. Ain't no guessing, ain't no question, 'cause I know it's manifesting. I acquire NFTs from a yacht in Tel Aviv. Louis 13 in my hand. Hair is blowing in the wind. Straight white teeth all in my beak. 1,000 threads up in my sheets. I like it silk, but make them chic. Louboutins, but make them peak. For a layer to layer. Living lavish in the one. I'm giving savage, 'cause it's fun. Now I'm rolling up my sleeves. And check the time on my Philippe. OMG. I am trying to catch some Z's. As many times as they gon' eat. I want peace and they want trees. They don't sleep and they won't leave. It's too much heat. Did she just sneeze? What the heck did I just see? Homie dancing on his knees. It wouldn't change it for the world, 'cause it's the life you won't believe. I can taste it, I can hear it, I can feel it in my chest and almost see it. Oh, I smell it, so I think it's manifesting. Ain't no stress and I be
Peace and love, soul family. Ciao. Uh-oh. Wrong button. Wrong button. Peace and love. Ciao. Love you all so much.